It's time for Live in Tallahassee, Tallahassee's #1 source for entertainment news. Live in Tallahassee is brought to you by the Proctor Dealerships and Visit Tallahassee and your iHeart radio stations. And now, here are your hosts, Ann Howard and Joel Silver.
You are looking at Sonny's Barbecue on Capitol Circle, the site of tonight's Live in Tallahassee and the site of some delicious food that we'll be sharing. And welcome to another episode of Live in Tallahassee. Ann Howard along, Joel Silver at probably the best looking table that I have seen in a long, long time. And this is the site of tonight's show.
I want you to hurry up so we can get to it. We can start on all this food. We've got ribs, we've got turkey, we've got salad, we've got, oh my goodness, I don't even know, a chicken, and then we've got redneck egg rolls.
So, yeah, I didn't even know what those were, but
that is what it is. And we're going to find out
delicious.
Exactly what's in there in just one moment, because I know all about this already. I'm becoming Sonny's expert very quickly.
Yeah, and all this because we're so thrilled to tell you that we are now in partnership with our great friends at Sonny's, my favorite barbecue restaurant, and we will be working with them because I went talking to the Sonny's folks. They do so much for our community, and you know, Live in Tallahassee is all about our community, and we're going to be showcasing some of the great things they do throughout the community, in addition to what everybody knows is the great food.
Yes, it's not just feeding us, it's a lot of community outreach, and it's actually kind of shocking how much money and how much they've given back to our community.
Yeah. There's a whole lot more on the show tonight also. Coming up later in Live in Tallahassee, you are going to want to see the Dizzy Dean World Series champs. We're going to do an exclusive interview with one of the players who came back with the World Series ring from the Dizzy Dean World Series Championships. We have that, and we have some photos of that to tell you.
And we also take a trip over to Target to find out what the Tallahassee Police Department was doing over there just in time for school to start.
And a special visitor from somebody from the 1700s to tell you what's happening this weekend.
Is it the 1700s? It's 1703.
That's the 1700s.
All right, now I'm sorry, I'm thinking centuries.
I think 1703 was in the 1700s.
I'm thinking centuries.
Last time I checked. Anyway, but all that later. We have so much more to talk about, including tonight's big story, which, Ann, you were there, everybody was there. It was a great, great night for Big Brothers Big Sisters.
All right, we're here at the Big Bash to benefit Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Big Bend, and this is Scott, the very, very handsome Scott. He's actually going to report on this piece with me. Are you excited?
That's right, very excited to be here tonight. This is a huge event every year, and I'm very excited to be here.
All right, so we're gonna go cover the Big Bash. Come with us.
We're so proud and so excited to be here tonight to have this big bash, but to have it really for a great cause.
I'm Scott Freeman. We're here with Live in Tallahassee at the Big Bash. I'm here with Katie Webb, and she's going to tell us what she's here tonight for and why it's so important to Tallahassee.
Well, hi, thank you very much. And yes, I was here tonight really to support the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Leon County. Fantastic charity. This is a beautiful event in a great hotel. I think the venue's really nice, and they've redone it, and it looks wonderful.
And a lot of beautiful people here tonight, including yourself. Tell us about your dress.
Oh gosh, yeah, well, it's supposed to be, I guess, a Hollywood glamour type of theme. I'm not really sure that this is Hollywood, but it's the best I could come up with on short notice.
It's probably Hollywood enough for Tallahassee. You look amazing.
Great music, good champagne. Champagne is free-flowing, and it's fabulous. There's about 7 different champagnes we can taste, so it's been a lot of fun.
All right, joining me now is actually, first and foremost, a board member of Big Brothers Big Sisters, Mary Rose Serini.
This is one of our biggest fundraisers of the year. We love it. We don't just love it because of the champagne. We love it because we have all of our supporters who come out here and they have a good time, support our kids. That's what we're here for. That's what we do. It's a testament.
And what you do is amazing. We heard great, amazing stories this evening. Very heartfelt, very touching.
Yes. But my feeling is that when I was a young child, I didn't have a mother or father around, and I was brought up, was introduced to the little brother, big sister program, big brother, big sister program really quickly out of elementary school. And I didn't have anybody around to give me guidance, to take me to Pizza Hut, to take me to a baseball game, to show me really what it was like to have a big brother around.
It's not just about services that we can provide to families or kids in needs, but really helping them live full lives when they get, into college and beyond. And that's what these mentors do. It is phenomenal, and we have some of the best in the country. We have represented on a national scale, and it's great that so many people turned out to help.
I am the 2012 National Big Brother of the Year, and I'm also a board member and a longtime Big Brother. Mentoring can really save a kid's life, and the best example is Delatry, who I've been this Big Brother now for 10 years. And when I started working with him, he was 12. He was making bad grades, he wasn't coming to school, he was getting in trouble, and all of a sudden the light turned on having a mentor, and now he's the TCC Student Body President, he's won academic honors, Student Government Senator of the Year. So I've just seen the example how it changed his life and just made me even feel more strongly about how those mentoring programs can help kids.
I've been Big Brother for 1 year and about 4 months, and it's been a wonderful experience. I have a 13 years old little brother, and I've been working with him about a year and 4 months. And it's been wonderful. It's been a challenge, but it's been a good times, and I like so far. And I am participating for a long time, and I'm excited to be here tonight.
So for some people that may not know what that experience is like, what are some of the things that you do together?
We do some community activities. We go to parks. We go to the community events. We go play soccer, basketball, and football. And we are involved in the community activities. Big Brother and Big Sister, they send us a email with the activities in town, so we participate with that. So it's been wonderful. After school activities, it's very important to keep kids going with activity to keep them stay active.
Thank you for your involvement.
And you guys have made a massive commitment to Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Big Bend. Why is that?
We believe in giving back to the community. I believe the saying in the video tonight was pay it forward. We want to make sure that everybody gives back to this community. We're very blessed right now with construction and things going on in the community, and we'd love to give back to these organizations.
And why Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Big Bend?
We love to support these organizations. The core values of these organizations speak to what they're trying to do with these children and their situations they're in. And it's rewarding to be able to give back to that kind of organization.
Hey, this is Alan Williams, State Representative, and I am live in Tallahassee with the phenomenal Ann Howard.
Thank you so much.
One of our top singles from this year's Top Singles event.
Yep.
How did it feel to be a top single here in Tallahassee?
It was very exciting, it was very stressful, it was very exhilarating, and just a lot of fun. It was a mixed bag of emotion. For the Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Big Bend, I was a top single.
Boom, and that's right. So tonight we were at the Big Bash, hanging out, doing great things for our children in our community.
Right.
Matching up bigs with littles to make sure that they have a great mentor.
Which is amazing.
So look, this is Alan Williams on my first ever interview in Live in Tallahassee. It was a great time. I don't get paid for this, but maybe one day I will. See you later.
Scott Freeman and Howard at the Big Bash, and we have the big meal here at Sonny's, and we're just waiting to eat it.
We did have a very good time. Scott did a fantastic job reporting. He was actually a little bit apprehensive, but he pulled it through.
He did. Great night for Big Brothers Big Sisters, and now joined here at the table with our Sonny's friends, who we will introduce to you. We got Kyle, we got Chris, our regional manager of Sonny's for our whole area. Chris is the general manager here, and before we go to break, we'll come back. We want to talk to you about this great food. Absolutely. But Kyle, you guys have done stuff with Big Brothers Big Sisters too, who we just saw.
We have. It's just about 2 months ago, we did a Tip-A-Cop share night at our Timberlane location. It was a great success. We raised multiple hundreds of dollars, so we hope to do it again in the future.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I'd like to talk to you guys about, because I've learned that you do so much for the community, and we want to talk to you about a little bit about that later in the show as well, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right, all that, we're going to eat some great food and a whole lot more when the city's #1 entertainment show returns right after this message.
It's the surest sign that football is near. Time to secure tickets for the FSU Alumni Association's Kickoff Luncheon, Friday, August 21st. Break bread with the 2015 FSU football team inside the Tucker Center's exhibition hall. We're bringing back commemorative 3D tickets. On sale now at alumni.fsu.edu. Special sale pricing for members of the FSU Alumni Association. Meet coaches, players, cheerleaders, and band. The 64th Annual FSU Alumni Association Kickoff Luncheon. Football is here.
The barbecue chicken plate looks delicious here. Our first official show with our brand new partners at Sonny's, and we are joined at the table now with two of the guys that many of you may know, because Kyle is the regional manager of all the Sonny's here. We got Chris, who is the general manager here at the Capitol Circle location. And Kyle, I got to tell you, this is awesome. We are so excited because we love partnering with people that participate in the community. And Sonny's, you've been here for a long time. The food is great, and you are all over. So it's great to have you as a partner now with Live in Tallahassee.
Yes, it's going to be great. We've been in Tallahassee right around 39 years, coming up on 40 next year. Hopefully we get to celebrate and have a giant party. We're excited to be on board. We love helping the community any way we can. As long as it's a good fit.
We're already happy just with the table of food that we're about to eat. It's already a great thing.
Okay, so I want Joel to stop talking. Let's go ahead and get to quick shots because I want to eat. I love hearing you talk.
Well, let's hear him tell us what the food is before we destroy it. Let's have him describe some of it so we can see it.
Over here we got our spare ribs with French fries and garlic bread. Then over here we got our turkey dinner plate, going with the green beans and the corn on the cob and garlic bread as well. And on the far side that we talked about before, we got our chicken dinner plate with the barbecue beans and cornbread.
Yes. And this is actually a very special salad that you made just for me, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Just for you.
I'm very excited about it. And of course, we've got the ribs, which are always amazing. And we actually got a chance to speak to one of your pit masters. We got to speak to him about the competition ribs that have been basically filling tummies and knocking people's socks off all over Florida and the South and winning competitions left and right. I had a wonderful time sitting down with the two gentlemen telling me all about Sonny's and its history. Take a listen.
Well, this year's promotion is based around competition ribs. Each year, the whole group from Sonny's gets together and we have a big rib cook-off. Okay. So this year there were 30 teams with different franchisees coming forth, and it was a big, huge competition. And I didn't really compete in the first 2 years, and this year I decided to compete, and we won. And so we're here today. Yes, thank you. And so our ribs are on the commercials, so you'll see us on the commercials. As I said, the pit master from this store, Dick Wilson, was at the contest with me, and so were the other two. They are professional rib cooks. When you try the ribs, they are as close to competition ribs as you can get in a restaurant, and I'm sure you're going to love them.
And in case you did not notice, John actually has a big billboard on Cap Circle as you're heading on your way to Sonny's, coming right here on Cap Circle, that says congratulations to him as a pit masters at Sonny's. So congratulations.
Without a doubt. We'll hear more from Hal and John. We interviewed them earlier, and they got a whole lot more to say about Sonny's, about the food and all that. We'll hear from them a little bit later. But we got other things to cover. Let's jump in to Quick Shots, and we're going to start today with an exclusive interview. I had the opportunity to talk to Dalton Knapp, part of the World Series champs from the Dizzy Dean League, who just brought back the World Series trophy, and this is quite a story. Check out this interview. Welcome back to Live in Tallahassee. Time for Quick Shots now, and we start Quick Shots this week with a very important story, because you may not have heard that we have some legendary sports baseball players in our town. Let's invite him in here. Dalton Knapp. Come on in, Dalton. Now, Dalton, we are excited to say that you are a championship baseball player. You and your team have done something amazing. Tell us what you've done.
We won the World Series, Dizzy Dean World Series in Mississippi.
Okay, now, are you excited? I mean, that's pretty big, right?
Super excited.
There we go. I mean, that's amazing. Talk about the World Series. So what do you guys play baseball? Talk about what you do here in Tallahassee, and then tell me about the World Series.
We have a league which we play advanced play baseball called Levy Park, and every year they pick like 11 All-Stars out of the league, and I was one of the All-Stars. And we practice almost every day for the World Series. We have to play in the state tournament. We played 5 games in the World Series, won all 5 of them. Mercy ruled every team except for the last 2, and it was the Greenville All-Stars out of Mississippi, and they were actually pretty good. But in the last game, we played our 6 innings and beat them by 9 runs. Pretty good day.
9 runs?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so for people that aren't familiar with the legendary baseball player Dalton Knapp, you play what position?
Pitcher and first base.
Pitcher and first base, and you're a good pitcher?
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, and the games that you pitched in, how did we do?
We won.
Well, see? Now there you go, that's how it goes. All right, so tell me a little bit of details here. How'd you guys went where for the World Series? How'd you get there, and were your parents there and stuff?
Yes, our parents were there. We went to South Haven, Mississippi, and played. The first day was the opening ceremony, which we got called up on some bleachers and threw candy into the crowd. It was really fun the first day, and we did trading. We had pins that said Levy Park on them, and we traded them with other teams who had their own pins. The second day was game day, and we played a team. I started pitching, and we won that game 22-10.
Of course you did. You're pitching.
The second day was just a normal day. We won, basically, and we went to a minor league baseball game, which was really cool. We almost caught a foul ball, but one of our players dropped it, and it went back in.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, that is really cool. Keep your eye on this kid. He's going to be amazing. Baseball player Dalton Knapp, and what's the team name?
Levy Park All-Stars.
The Levy Park All-Stars bringing home the World Series for us here in Tallahassee. What an amazing accomplishment. Thank you. Thank your team for representing Tallahassee, and congratulations. Now, Ann, normally when we do quick shots, we run right through them.
Right.
But because we're here at Sonny's, we got to step out of the quick shot for a second. We just talked about the Dizzy Dean guys. Right. Mm-hmm. They're celebrating their World Series champions, but you guys have some experience with the Dizzy Dean team as well, with the 14-year-old team, and it's just an example of what you all do for the community. So tell me what you did for them.
We did. We actually had a share night at this particular location. Chris said it was a great success. They raised several $100s towards their endeavors to going on and winning the World Series.
And it's share night. So talk about the share night. How does that work? Because it's a way for people to raise money. Is that right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You can bring in all your friends for your particular organization. Whatever you generate in sales, we'll donate 25% back in cash to your organization.
Love these guys. All right. That's a quick break. Let's go back. More quick shots. Here's other things happening in our region.
All right, going right up the street on Appalachia Parkway, we go to Target, where Tallahassee Police Department was there with their Community Relations Division, and they were helping kids in our community by getting school supplies stuffed into this particular police vehicle. So take a look. All these folks are coming in and out, going to do their shopping, taking advantage of tax-free weekend. Let's take a listen to Officer Beck and what he thinks about this particular endeavor.
It's so important that kids go back to school with the right supplies, and events like this where we can partner with a business partner, we can get more done, and it's very important for the community to know that the police department is here for them.
So thank you to the Tallahassee Police Department Community Relations Division for making sure our kids are covered.
All right, so a lot of kid-oriented stories going on in quick shots. School's coming back up.
Yes,
Chris,
thank goodness.
I mean, tell me, what's kids, Sonnies? They go together? Kids like Sonnies, I would guess.
Definitely. Especially on Saturdays, we offer our kids eat free on Saturdays with an adult paying meal. Kids love it. They come out, get color sheets, have a good old time.
Hi, Live in Tallahassee viewers. I'm visiting from 1703 from Mission San Luis, and I wanted to invite you to visit our site on Saturday for free. It's a great opportunity to bring the family out to see the Council House, the Spanish House, the religious complex and the fort. And out at the fort, we're going to have archery and some weapons firings from muskets. And there'll be people in period costume as well. So come on, visit us for free. Everybody is welcome, all ages. Bring your kids, bring your grandparents. You can even bring your dog if you want, if they're on a leash.
My name is Park, and the first car I ever bought from Proctor was an Acura RSX. It was a silver coupe with a manual transmission that I purchased in college because I wanted something fun to drive. My wife and I recently started a family, and the Acura MDX provided the space we needed and the quality we trust. I bought all my cars at Proctor. They know me and my family and have been with us every step of the way.
Live in Tallahassee is brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmaster since 1968.
We also have the Proctor family dealerships.
And visit Tallahassee. And welcome back. Ann Howard, Joel Silver, Kyle, Chris, still here enjoying the food, loving every minute of it with our new friends at Sonny's Barbecue. Kyle, are we doing okay so far?
You're doing wonderful. We'd love to have you guys back.
We'd love to be back. We might do every show from here based on what's happening right now.
We might not bring all the lights and cameras, but yeah, we may come back here a lot more often. But I actually had the chance to sit down with John and also with Hal, who owns the 3 locations here in Tallahassee. So again, had a great time sitting down with those gentlemen, getting to know the store better, getting to know more about the company and all that they do for the community. Had a great time. Now,
what is it called?
This is the Redneck Egg Roll. What do you think?
Wow. That is delicious.
Is it delicious? I don't want to make you talk with your mouth full, but
I'm going to.
So this is one of the big things that folks are really starting to love, and they just basically order like crazy. Joel was getting excited about the four.
Chris, you make this stuff. What's in this egg roll? Again,
pepper jack cheese, pulled pork, and coleslaw with our smoking sauce on the side.
Wow, the sauce is fantastic too.
All right, so we're gonna let Joel eat these and not talk with his mouth full, and we're gonna go to break, and you can listen to some of our sponsors. And when we come back, we're going to
I'm going for a rib.
There you go. We're gonna take a time traveling trip. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Segment 4, live in Tallahassee. Ann has left the table. She's on her way to the other side of the restaurant to talk about an exciting upcoming event, as we do each week in our final segment. But while she gets over there, guys, this is actually good. We have a few extra minutes, actually. Can we just talk barbecue for a second? I love barbecue.
Let's do it.
This is awesome. Now, your last name is Rasner, Chris. So people call you what, Raz?
Raz or Razzle Dazzle.
So now that we're friends, I can call you Raz?
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good. I can't imagine what you guys go through here in terms of barbecue. Can you give how the ribs? I mean, you must go through tons of ribs.
Oh yeah, for sure. We at least go through around about 100,000 pounds of ribs a year.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot. Definitely a lot of prepping. A lot goes into it. A lot of time.
And you guys are both actually pit masters. You actually do this stuff, and you guys all participate in these competitions locally and around the area. Is that right?
We have. In the last year, we've done about 15 competitions, spanning from Bainbridge, Georgia, all the way down to South Tampa. So far, we've won about 25 trophies. We've had about 25 top fives. Super proud of that. We continue to keep going and keep competing and trying to make that much better barbecue.
This is your job. Your job is to do barbecue. And
passion.
Yeah,
we love it.
It's amazing. And I mean, every day you're cooking, you're making food, and I mean, it seems awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely awesome. You put a lot of love and care into the food, and a lot of passion that goes into it to get the job done. It's all about the time. All about the time.
And I got to tell you, I mean, Sonny's is the one that's been in Tallahassee for, I would guess, the longest. I mean, you guys have always been here, right?
Yes, we have 39 years. Hopefully our next year on our 40th birthday, we're going to throw a giant party.
Oh, I hope so.
Invite all our friends. We'll have you out.
Come on. That's great.
We're going to cook a bunch of barbecue.
Chicken, ribs, corn, everything.
We're going to do it all. Turkey, beef.
I actually like the turkey. Is that odd that might be my favorite thing here, the turkey at Sonny's?
Oh, no. Chris just at this store sells about probably 500 pounds a week of smoked turkey breasts, and they're good. They take about 5 hours to make. We put our own special proprietary brand of seasoning on it.
That's amazing. And we're going to go to Ann in a second, but I have so many questions, and we'll do this in future shows too, but I got one more, because the sauces are really awesome. I mean, not everybody's got like all these different flavors of sauces. Is that one of the things that makes Sonny's unique?
Oh yeah, definitely. The sauce goes a lot into it to go with the long time of smoking barbecue. If you don't have a good sauce to put on it, it makes everything.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I used to always combine the hot and the sweet sauce, and then one year you guys just finally combined them. And
Sizzling sweet.
Sizzling sweet.
The sizzling sweet. And I no longer had to put the two together anymore. It's amazing. All right, we'll be back in a second to wrap up the show, but before, Ann Howard is with some very important guests to tell you about the last of the tour weekends. Free open house events going on this weekend. Here's Ann Howard.
I'm Gary Stogner, the Senior Marketing Director with Leon County Tourism Development.
Perfect.
Also known as Visit Tallahassee.
Visit Tallahassee, that's what we call it. It's much shorter, believe it or not. So what is happening this week? And we've got some free events we want to tell folks about. This
is kind of an exciting conclusion to our summer tour guide program that began in May and concludes this weekend. And it's kind of a exercise in pioneer, an exercise in frontier. We get a chance to see Florida in its earliest frontier at Mission San Luis. And then, of course, Challenger Learning Center.
Takes you into the future.
Takes us into the future.
Wow.
So it's free admission on both attractions this weekend, open for everyone. So it'll be a great weekend and give locals a chance to see our local attractions, get better familiar with them, and again, let's not take for granted for all the wonderful things we have to do and see here in Tallahassee.
Ann Howard, thank you. That was interesting. In costume in Sonny's. And you don't see that all the time. All right, we got just a couple seconds left in the show. Kyle, you guys have an event coming up. It's not till September, but an example of something that you guys participate in.
We do. We're gonna be the title sponsor for Brewfest this year. We're gonna do all the food for the VIPs. We're gonna do all the food for the general admission. It's gonna be like a 6-course meal. It's gonna be really cool. We're gonna bust out everything we got on it.
Brewfest, and you know we're always there at Brewfest, so we'll be there with you. That'll be a wild night. All right, before we go, real quick, favorite item at Sonny's?
Beef brisket, yeah.
Ooh, nice choice. And Chris?
Look at me, I love everything.
That's a perfect way to end. That's a great show. We want you to join us next week as we cover more of the exciting stories around Tallahassee and the surrounding regions. But until then, we say have a great weekend.
Thank you again for tuning in this evening. And on behalf of Ann Howard and Joel Silver, I'm John Summers saying see you next time here on Fox 49 every Thursday night, 10:30 p.m.